Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Coach JC. Everyone gather around. Should be a good one today. Today's topic is Gilbert Arenas rips Rudy Gobert for missing the game due to the birth of his child. What are my thoughts? Well, my thoughts are, look, I don't blame Rudy Gobert for missing game 2 of the playoffs because definitely that's something that you can't get back is the birth of your child. And I commend him for missing the game to see his child being born. Give him his flowers right now because that's something that you can't get back. And me personally, my wife, she was hospitalized, and also my baby, Olivia, she was in the NICU, and I was sick, severely sick as well too, and wasn't able to see either of them. And you're talking about a time during COVID, and where you couldn't really see. But the thing about me is that I made my due diligence with the phone calls, with the televisits, with the hospital visits virtually. So I made up for all the stuff I couldn't do physically. And if you can physically be there, trust me, you gotta, it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. So you have to do. So I definitely commend Rudy Gobert for going to the hospital instead of going to the game, because it takes a lot of courage to stand up like, hey, understanding like this is the playoffs, like you want to get out there, but understanding like, hey, you know what? Maybe I might need to take a step back and discuss with my child's mother, like, hey, how are we going to work this thing out? Because the thing about childbirth is that the child mortality rate is really high as far as a woman losing her life, and you not being there only enhances that. So it's very important for you to be there for your child's mother throughout the pregnancy from the beginning. I've always said that pregnancy starts whenever you get that call like, hey, I'm pregnant. It doesn't start in the hospital. It doesn't start when your child is 1 or 2 years old. It starts the day that you figure out you're going to get that phone call, hey, you're going to be a father. So you have to do your due diligence and to prepare yourself mentally, physically, emotionally for the challenge of 9 months. You know what I'm saying? And I speak from this personally, like it was something that it was a difficult situation just because of COVID and everything. But outside of that, it was a joy to see. And my daughter, she'll be 3 years old in July. And she's very proud of that, very proud to see her grow, develop, crawl, walk, run, talk, everything. And just really just blessed with the situation. So that's on a personal note. But anyway, anybody that tells another grown man not to miss a basketball game for a birth of a child is to me, is just an idiot, because I'm not missing that. I don't care if it's the Super Bowl. I don't care if it's the finals, game 7 of the finals, the World Series. I'm not missing the birth of my child for no kind of game. I understand that's my profession. That's what I eat. Make my money. But at the same time, though, all money ain't good money. And there's some times you can be like, hey, I need to sit this one out because something going on with my child. I'm not saying you don't miss a few doctor's appointments. You don't miss appointments. I'm not saying you don't miss, a few meals or a few birthday parties. But at the same time, though, you got to make sure you prioritize what's most important. And if he would have known that he's going to, his child mother's in labor, about to have a baby, and he went to that game, I would have lost a lot of respect for that man, because that's something that you don't do. But I'm so glad he did a due diligence, like, hey, I need to put the pause brake on, the brake on, because, hey, my child being born, and I need to be there for my child's mother, because at the end of the day, you don't know what's going to happen. She might pass out. She might be out of here. So you have to be very due diligence to, stop being all tough guy, meathead. Be like, hey, I gotta be at the game. Nah, let me take a step back. Let me take a step back and just do and see about my child. Make sure they're good. Make sure they're straight. And then make sure I get my head straight and get ready for game 3. So, luckily they won the game. So that's really good for him and the brothers to be up 2-0 against Denver, the world champions. So I think everything kind of worked itself out. And I'm glad he wasn't fined. He wasn't suspended because of the decision he made. Because I know, NBA does have its rules, regulations, but there's just some rules you just got to break, So I commend him, give him his flowers. And well, what's your thoughts though? Do you agree with him for going to see his child, or do you think he should have strapped it up and played the game too? Comment below. Until next time, everyone have a blessed day. Until next time, I'm out. JC, Everyday Thoughts.